And Nouns Esports just puts themselves in the
bring us to a third match.
These Nouns are looking pro.
Look at this man.
Oh my God!
Nouns, he turned the tables.
Nouns DAO.
The sickest DAO.
I'm Aglo.
Gunner Dota.
Hockey.
Peter Pan Dam.
I'm Sasquatch, one of the founders of Nouns Esports.
My name is Brennan. That's the big goal, is just to be very, very different as a sponsorship.
Once people realize that it's just a small group of hardcore esports fans, then they get it.
I was watching Dota. I was like, yeah, we should just build a team and like we should just crush the entire Dota scene. And then Sasquatch sends me a friend request.
He immediately replied and is like, let's effing go.
We were looking for a sponsor at the time. Brax was the one who kind of brought it to us.
Dota in the North American scene has been so underrepresented by sponsors.
That went smooth, and it was kind of like, okay, we're good to go.
Once we funded Dota, the floodgates were open. Everyone was like, WTF Nouns.
You want to play? Let's play.
We signed a CSGO team, a Pokemon Unite team, a Valorant team,
And a Super Smash Bros. Player named Aklet.
I just gave him a hug, but then he picked me up and he passed me to another person. This has never happened to me before. Playing for yourself, it's different than when you're playing with someone on your back. You're representing someone, and it's not just about you. Without Nouns, I would not be able to go to maybe more than half the events I've been going to.
That could be it!
It was pretty huge overall when Nouns stepped in and offered.
I was able to quit other jobs so I can focus on gaming.
Your family and friends are actually just stop doing that and got the sponsorship, they're supporting.
Let's go, Nouns Esports!
Hector's been really fun to play with.
I really want to go to TI with these guys.
Triple kill, and Nouns are going to TI.
I'm Mexican, so I should know Spanish, but I don't. So he keeps trying to speak some Spanish to me, and then he's like, oh, you don't understand.
He need to speak Spanish.
In addition to sponsoring teams and players, we also sponsor content creators and streamers.
Nouns gave me this opportunity to keep working with what I love, that was Valorant, in another way, as a content creator.
So we also started doing smaller sponsorships for specific players.
Foi a primeira vez que eu fui para campeonato LAN internacional, né? E também foi a primeira vez que eu fui para os Estados Unidos.
今回お話をいただいたのは、エボのストリートファイター6部門に、参加するための、スポンサーシップでした。
We also support an initiative in Brazil that makes gaming more welcoming for women and non-binary people.
The Hub Inclusivo, it's like the perfect place for you to have fun, to increase your gameplay level.
Let's go! World's not saving itself.
We are very player and coach first.
Providing the perfect runway to our players is super Nounish. We just want to give them the proper opportunity. We don't want to half-ass it.
We've had boot camps.
Well, boot camps are really important. Going to Europe, you get the best practice possible. You learn a lot from that.
Device Marcus here in ladder rather. Ooh, they know now. But he still got it all off the ladder. The movement tech is beautiful.
I think being able to work with Edward was really nice, which we probably wouldn't have been able to do without Nouns.
We support them through mental health, nutrition, individual and team exercise, not just physical movement, but team support as well.
How we talk to each other, how we handle our emotions. It's definitely an experience that I will continue to use for the rest of my life.
Unstoppable.
Most orgs are very contract conscious.
In the traditional esports world, there's these contracts that are signed between the org and the player. Nobody gets to see them in the community. Players are often signing something for the very first time in their life.
Maybe you're 16 years old and you're the breakout star of the year. You have no idea how to judge your worth.
So many cases of players just stuck with these orgs that don't care about them. We want their input as well. And that's another thing, the proposal that we made with Nouns, which is basically my contract, I made it with them in a call, which is not usually the way things are done.
Since I've started at Nouns, I've been contacted by other business owners in esports who say, we're actually looking at Nouns as a model.
Nouns only really trying to do positive stuff, right? We get 100% of prize money, we get 100% of sticker money.
Pulling Nouns actually cares. That's the big difference. They worry about you. We're trying to be more equal, right?
If you're a fan of esports, you've definitely heard about Nouns through that particular lens. But
Nouns Esports is a small part of Nouns.
The org is more than just esports teams.
I typically say that Nouns is kind of like a super brand.
Every day, an NFT is sold that represents one voting share in the DAO.
And 100% of the proceeds go directly into the treasury.
And so all this money gets pulled together. And if you have one of those tokens, you get to vote in any of the projects that people propose.
They have a treasury, and basically they allot money based on votes to projects they think are cool that will promote their brand.
Just a community of people who want to see cool things get done.
We're gonna have Nouns at the Rose Bowl parade. Like, that's cool.
I'm thirsty for some Nouns coffee though. We're still waiting. Nouns coffee?
They gave away like 300 skateboards. When I was a kid, I was a skater and I could never afford a good skateboard, so I'd have been thrilled.
Oh my gosh, so there's an illustrated book that's already coming out.
Like animated film.
Name a new species of frog in South America. I thought that was like wild.
Like the streetwear brand.
Toys they're making, the figures, mucho love, and they've done so many different things like in the barber shop. I mean, honestly, I like everything. I'm kind of just a Nouns fanboy.
And it's really cool because Nouns gets its transparency from the blockchain, and then we take that Nouns culture and then bring it to esports. It immediately just feels like a better fit for the dynamic of being a community member.
It really reminds me of the early days of when I started getting into video games, where things are based off mods, communities coming together, building things out that they think are cool.
You actually really feel like, wow, you made a difference. I know that sounds cheesy, but like for my entire life, I was the player, and then this time it was me contributing to setting this up.
Super easy to get involved in the Nouns Esports community.
I've been on like almost all the top NA orgs, and none of them have really had direct contact with fans where like they could literally just join in Discord.
Just show up, share your ideas.
These esport organizations don't need this like giant headcount to run.
Our esports initiative started with just 2 people DMing on Discord, and it's still just like that, where you can literally join our Discord and get involved.
Nouns community loves you. Maybe you should submit a proposal yourself. I don't know what the fuck that means, but like, that sounds sick.